freaky friends. This is Margaret.
And this is Colleen.
And we're the Cousins Weird.
That was really weird when I did that.
You were weird. you lived up to the name. We're the Cousins Weird. You sound like a Muppet.
What am I doing? I don't know.
It was fun.
Okay.
So, you're recovered from Halloween.
Yes.
Pretty much. It was a long night.
I refuse to put my Halloween, my porch looked really cute, and I refuse to put that stuff away yet. I'm like, the pumpkins are still alive. They're staying out there until they rot.
Right.
Mine
still look pretty good. It's been cold, so
yeah,
they've still been they're holding up.
They look good, and I'm like, I think my porch looks cute, and I'm keeping it because really, spooky season never ends in my soul, so we will continue it on.
I know, and I went to Walmart and found a ton of shit marked down, 75%, and I got these awesome glass skull straw cups for 74 cents each. And I bought 8.
Yeah. And we drank our drink out of them, and we drank it already.
And we didn't take a picture, so we'll have to make another one and make that.
Yeah. So, but we're obsessed right now with the Burville cider with the black velvet toasted caramel whiskey. Caramel. Which way do you say that?
I say caramel, you say caramel.
Yeah, my husband shamed me into saying caramel because he made me pronounce every bit of it.
Yeah, but sometimes
I've always said caramel.
Like Mount Carmel Feast.
Remember
that? It's
I don't
caramel.
know if that's a different thing, though.
But they spell it the same.
Well, I don't know. My husband shamed me. That's the only reason why I say caramel, because he shamed me.
Well, there is those old candy bars, the caramellos, and that was a caramel.
Yeah. But anyway, we're obsessed with that because it's really, really good.
It's really, really good.
So we had those again this week.
Yes, because we had the whiskey and we had the cider. You have to get cider while there's cider because it's such a small window of time.
You got to drink it.
So you can
get probably why, I've been having a lot of cider, so tummy issues happen. And that happens. I probably need to cut back on the cider a little bit.
But if it's there, you have to
drink
it. It's like...
And my mom hosted a paint and sip today. So we
sipped.
We sipped. So we're pre-sipped before the thing.
Yes.
So
yeah,
we were red-cheeked.
Red-faced. Yes.
And we were painting Santa Claus faces. And I really wanted to do a creepy one, but it didn't work out. I just ended up making a stupid Santa.
A regular. Drunk Santa.
He looks kind of drunk.
Drunken Santa works too.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've had, I look forward to November every year because I have a busy October. I love October. I love Halloween. It's always been my favorite, but I have
100 birthdays.
Yes. October 13th is my oldest child, and then October 25th is my middle child, and the 27th is my niece, and then we have Halloween, and then we have my husband's birthday on November 1st, and it's just so much stuff, and you have to have all the Halloween and the trick-or-treating and all of that, and it's just I don't feel like I enjoy Halloween as much as I used to.
Because you're busy.
I'm so busy, yeah.
So you can breathe now until December.
Yes. But then yesterday my car decided to act stupid, so now I'm without a car until I can figure out what's wrong with it on Monday, so that's always fun. No deer ran out in front of me, though, which is good.
That's good.
The deer, they
were out to get you the other day.
They were out to get me.
And then I said to her, hey, make sure you text me when you get home so I know a deer didn't take you out. And I messaged, she didn't text. Finally I said, did you make it home? Nothing till the next morning. She could have been laying dead in the street. Apparently I didn't think that because I did not go looking for her.
Obviously, she wasn't that worried.
But I thought maybe Ruben would have texted me and said, hey, is Margaret with you? If you didn't make it home.
What's funny? So. That was the day I drove 100 miles in a day, all over the place. And I got home. I pulled in my driveway. I'm like, oh my God, I got to text Colleen, let her know I got home. I'm like, no, I have to go pee first. And I went into the bathroom to go pee, and then I went to bed.
You're like, nope.
I totally forgot. I could have texted her while I was peeing.
Yeah, because I'm okay with that.
Right. And who knows? You don't know. Text and pee.
You just told me that you do that. So now every time you text me, I'm going to think Margaret's peeing. Here's something funny. I know this has nothing to do with anything, but this is funny when I said that. Because my husband rarely, he's on Facebook. He's looking at people. Don't let him fool you. He's on there. He's looking at people's stuff. He's never liking or saying anything.
But he's stalking.
He's stalking. He's there. He's lurking. He's lurking.
A lurker.
He's lurking through his thing. And he will sometimes post. And when he does, most definitely he's taking a poop. When he's on the toilet, it's why I know he's Facebook active and he actually post something or something. It's because he's pooping. That's why.
You better hope he doesn't listen to this and be like, I can't believe you talk to people about
pooping.
Well, see,
this is my test to see. He says he's listened to some. This is a test. If he really is listening, and we'll see what he says about this.
Oh, man. That's funny. Oh. So the episode, what I'm talking about today, and it's when I started to do research for this, it turned out to not have as much research as I was hoping, but it's still fun and I still wanted to talk about it. So the episode today might be on the shorter side.
That's okay.
So
Sometimes
you'll get a little
fun.
more banter from Colleen and I, so that'll be fun.
We're really funny, so.
We are funny. We think we're funny.
I think we're hysterical.
So today, I'm talking about the mystery of the Devil's Footprints. Ooh, which is something I had never heard of.
Me either.
Yeah, it was fun. It happened on the evening of the 8th of February, 1855, in Devon, England. Devonshire.
1855.
1855.
That's old times, Margaret.
Yeah, that's old. It's an old-timey one. And so this is pre-photograph. So there's no photographs of this phenomenon, but there's lots of drawings, and we'll post pictures of the drawings as long as I get them to Colleen in a timely fashion. So my episodes have to be, I get like harassing messages from Colleen. Where are those pictures? Send me those pictures.
Sometimes I'm just like, I'll find pictures.
She just did it, yeah.
I'll just do it.
And I look, I'm like, oh, those are all the ones I had set aside. So she did good. Good job. And I was happy that you didn't post pictures of the wrong Dracula castle during the Dracula one.
I am.
You
so,
didn't.
I
You
didn't.
didn't.
I did
you
a good job.
Did not. I was like, yay! There's no fake
Dracula
castle.
Yes.
But I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the Exeter and Plymouth Gazette. This is an English paper from the time.
Okay.
And it says, Sir, Thursday night, the 8th of February,
I thought, because it's a
1855, was marked. I can't. It's terrible. I can't. I can
sorry,
try.
sorry,
I
sorry,
can't.
sorry.
Okay. It was marked by a heavy fall of snow, followed by rain and boisterous wind from the east, and in the morning, frost. The return of daylight revealed the ramblings of some most busy and mysterious animal endowed with the power of ubiquity, as its footprints were to be seen in all sorts of accountable places.
Oh.
On the tops of houses, narrow walls, in gardens and courtyards, enclosed by high walls and palings, as well as in open fields. The creature seems to have frolicked about through Exmouth, Littleham, Limpstone, Woodbury, Topsham, Starcross, Teignmouth, etc., etc.
Wow, he was everywhere.
He was everywhere. Like 100 miles is what they think the footprints were around. Yeah.
That creeps me out.
Yeah. There is hardly a garden in Limpstone where his footprints are not observable. And in this parish, he seems to have gamboled about with inexpressible activity. Its tracks appear more like that of a biped than a quadruped.
Oh.
And the steps are generally 8 inches in advance of each other, though in some cases 12 or 14, and are alternate like the steps of a man, and would be included between 2 parallel lines 6 inches apart.
Ew.
The impression of the foot closely resembles that of a donkey's shoe.
Ew, no!
Yes, and measures from 1.5 inches to, in some cases, 2.5 inches across, here and there appearing as if the foot was cleft, but in generality of its steps, the impression of the shoe was continuous and perfect. In the center of the snow remains entire, merely showing the outer crust of the foot, which therefore must have been convex. The creature seems to have advanced to the doors of several houses. Yes.
No, thank you,
and
sir.
then to have retraced its steps. But no one is able to discern the starting or resting point of this mysterious visitor. Everyone is wondering, but no one is able to explain the mystery. The poor are full of superstition and consider it little short of a visit from old Satan or some of his imps.
Not old Saint Nick. No.
No, old Satan. Satan, yes. So basically, this area of the world in Devon at this winter, they were having a very cold winter, and they didn't normally get a lot of snow, but they got this night, there was a ton of snow, and then there was freezing rain, and then it was frost, so there was a lot of accumulation on the ground, which was abnormal.
Okay.
But they said that winter had been very cold, much colder than normal. So,
What month was this?
February.
Okay.
It was the night of the 8th and 9th.
Okay.
So it was like right around there. But nobody knows the exact time because they just woke up and there's all these footprints.
The devil's prints were outside their house.
Well, they said it looked like a cloven foot, but in some of it looked more like a horseshoe shape.
Okay.
So you're thinking it looks like a horseshoe and it's small, like a donkey-sized foot, but 2, not 4. This is 2 feet walking around.
On rooftop.
On the roof, yes. It said in Dawlish, a group of tradesmen armed themselves to follow the tracks in pursuit of whatever had made them. And they said the tracks seemed to be in every garden and even approached the door to several houses in the towns and even in the farms in between. So in the towns, it made sense because there's a lot of houses, but there were farms outside the towns, and they had these footprints as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like traveling
He went
from town
everywhere.
to town to town on the West
frolicking.
Coast. Yes, basically. They said the track was regular and passed over the roofs of houses, hayricks, which is haystacks. They saw this tracks on the haystacks, on the roofs, very high walls, like 14 feet high, without displacing the snow on either side of the wall or altering. So it's like this footsteps start, there's a wall, and they continue on the other side of the wall.
So it just leaped over it.
Or something.
Or walked through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or flew.
Or flew.
Who knows?
Something happened.
Yes. It was disconcerting, we'll say. The distance between the feet, it walked, and then there's a wall, but it didn't stop, and the distance between the footsteps was the same even on the other side of the wall. So it's like it just walked through the wall.
Yeah, because if it would have flown over or anything, it would have landed, it would have been different.
Yes. That's why they said there was no displacing of the snow.
Right.
Like, it didn't jump. It didn't have, marks of jumping. It just had footsteps that didn't stop.
Just walked right through the wall.
Or up on top of the roof. Their footprints were on the roofs of houses.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe the Grinch was a late visit.
Maybe. And it said as if it was like the wall wasn't an impediment. Like, the wall wasn't there. The footsteps just kept going. Like, even in gardens with high walls and locked gates, there'd be footsteps from one side into the garden and around in the garden and then out. And the distance, if they'd have measured the distance of these footprints, it wasn't 100 miles from start to finish, but it walked about 100 miles all said and done at the end of the day.
Great.
Which is terrifying.
Overnight.
In one night this happened. And it's like, they couldn't even travel 100 miles by horse in a day back then.
Right.
Right.
But when you're Satan, you can do anything you want.
You can. So the rumor circulating the towns of Devon, which Devon is kind of like a county. It's a Devonshire, so like all these little towns are in Devon.
Inside, yep.
Right. Or that it was a kangaroo, a wolf, or other beast that has escaped from a traveling menagerie.
Okay, so I get the kangaroo bit, sort of, but kangaroo, because it would be on roofs and you jump over things.
It wouldn't leave a hoof.
But it doesn't have a hoofed foot.
Yes.
You'd see more of a rabbit-like foot. Don't they have a more rabbit-like foot?
But a wolf... and a wolf has... Have you ever seen a wolf walk around on 2 feet?
I've never seen a wolf with hooves, either.
No.
And I've never seen a wolf jump on top of a roof. No.
No. It said the cloven-like shape of the prints and the fact that they were made at night had many convinced that it was the devil that made them. And they referenced, when God came to, was it Egypt? And they marked the doors with blood.
Yeah.
And so the devil passed over those doors. But they're because he walked up to doors and left.
Ewy.
It's what would you do if you opened your door and it looked like a horse had been in front of your door and then left? Because I don't know if I would myself notice if it was a 4 foot or a 2 foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably just see or animal-like feet and just assume.
There was an animal out on our porch today. Right at the door.
I'm not very observant in general, so I probably will someday walk into a zombie-infested thing and not notice it.
Yeah, so they start eating you. What are
Yeah.
you doing? Get off me!
Yeah, that's what'll happen.
Personal space.
Come on, COVID! Pandemic! Come on, people!
Some zoologists and naturalists speculated that they were made by the hind foot of a badger or a great bustard.
What the heck's that?
Some kind of badger, I think. Or an errant otter. Or an extraordinary hopping frog.